day, good people. Once again, you've got the grumpy old nerds in your ear. As always, I'm Uncle John. I watch way too much TV and movies. I read way too many comic books for an old ass man. But you know what? It makes for entertaining television. And as always, I have my compatriots, my nerds in nerdy friends with us. Up top, right there, is Uncle Rod. Hi, Uncle Rod.
What's up?
Underneath him, wink, wink, is Auntie Nicole. Hey, Auntie Nicole.
Hola, Pepsi Cola.
The what?
Let me make some room. Yeah, she messed me up with that too. I was about to say something.
No. Say it again, Nicole.
I said hola, Pepsi Cola.
I'm sure that's racist in some way, shape, or form. But anyway, right there is Uncle Percy.
Okay, I have none of that DI talk here, sir.
Hello, everyone.
Oh. And Uncle Percy, you changed your name. What's your name now?
Professor Exhausted.
That's all right. I like that. And
Okay.
directly underneath him, the red bone assassin, Uncle DJay. What's good, sir?
Yeah, pause.
Yo, you got to tell me what's up with about.
Keep me dancing all night.
No.
Oh my God.
Yo, DJ, you got to tell me what's up with Avowed, son.
Oh, dude. What's up?
Yeah.
Okay, side conversations aside. And we have a very special guest with us today, affectionately known to as a friend of the show, Uncle Michael Watson. What's good, sir?
All right.
Michael Watson.
Watson. Disgraced member
That boy
of the
good.
group section.
God damn, he good.
Uncle Mike, where you at? Come on. See, super producer Mel right now is listening to her Bible study, and I don't think that she's really paying attention to bring Uncle Mike in.
Bible study.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't feel like having that fight tonight. Okay, so when when super producer Mel wakes up, she'll bring in Uncle Mike. So today is our big blockbuster Captain America: Brave New World review.
All right.
I'm sure all of us have a lot to say about this particular film. What I find interesting well, as the train passes by, what I find interesting is that there were so many mixed reviews of this film coming out. Yes, train, I understand. But from what I've seen almost universally, people have had pretty positive reviews. I don't know if that's because people were expecting so little from this film. But I'm going to throw it to Uncle Rod right quick. I want to get your reaction real quick.
All right. I don't want to get too spoily right off the bat, but I'm just going to say this. I think a lot of what was going on before the movie actually came out, you got a bunch of trolls who just still can't come to grips with the idea of a black man being Captain America, number one. Number two, you get the whole news out coming about extensive reshoots and the direction of the film changing along with other stuff going on. So people kind of had low confidence levels going into it. So I think what happened was when people actually watched the film, the people who are going to watch it anyway, they were pleasantly surprised. I think the people who, were going in with low expectations, they were pleasantly surprised because it actually was not, the trash heap that the previous people were trying to say it was before it came out. The previous critics, who got the advanced screenings, tried to put it in the dirt before it even, got a chance to see the light of day. And so far it hasn't worked.
No, I agree, man. I don't know if those bad reviews worked to the film's in favor of the film, because quite honestly, I was going in like, oh shit, here we go. And again,
I was thinking what I was going to say for tonight.
Right, I was going to be like, for real, I was going to be like, you know what? It was trash, but we still going to like Black Captain America. But that's not my review at all. Auntie Nicole, have you seen the film?
I have not seen the film. That's okay. You guys can spoil the hell out of it. I know. Sometimes work get in the way. but but I have read the reviews, and actually, I've seen mostly positive reviews of it. I've not seen any like particularly
Cool.
bad reviews.
I'm happy.
I will say that like Uncle Rod said, like previously, again, there was a lot of rhetoric about the whole, color changing and all that kind of stuff with the character and such like that. But I'm like, if it's a good movie, good storyline, I'm here for it. And that's all that mattered. And it looks like a lot of people thought the very same way.
Cool. Uncle Percy, what you think, sir?
It was a good movie. I gave it a solid B. It was the storyline was good. The storyline was good, but the only thing I hated is the timing. And we could talk about that a little bit later.
Okay. Look at Uncle Percy sticking to the script. Come on.
Oh,
now.
shoot. I'm in.
There we go.
Redbone Assassin, what you think, Doctor? Real quick.
Then he left. What happened?
Hold up.
That's Mel.
All right, there we go.
He's in and out. Got to catch him when you can. Redbone Assassin, what you think, real quick?
What I had seen on the trailer, probably is what's going to be in the movie when I get a chance to see it.
Oh shit!
Let's hope so.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And
usually that's how that works, but you never know.
Once again, I would like to introduce the founder and publisher of Freestyle Comics, Mr. Michael Watson.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
If you're not reading Hot Shot, I don't know what you're doing. So, okay, Uncle Mike.
What's up?
What's going on? Uncle Mike, give us a thumbnail review real quick of Brave New World.
Brave New World, I had no expectations on the movie. I have already been a fan of Sam Wilson being Captain America because I pay attention to storylines. So it makes perfect sense that he is Cap. It is what I expected when he got the shield, and I think they've been doing a good job of putting him in that role. I think the show establishes that he should be Captain America, and the movie establishes he gets to eat at the table and lead the Avengers. I think that was the whole purpose of the movie. I'm a geek, so I absolutely love that we got adamantium in the world, and that lets me know that I love how they put it in there and that people have been already taking it. So Wolverine is out here, people. Per She-Hulk, Wolverine is out here.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of wild, but we got there.
Yeah, but I thought Captain America: Brave New World was good. Sam he's the best freaking flyer in the MCU. That boy gets better every dang time. He takes flying to another level every time he gets on screen. His sidekick as Falcon was he was funny. He was lovable. He had the right amount of vigor. Look, dude, he was funny. I love him so much. I thought the story was good. I was so glad that they put the leader in there. I know people were saying this was a sequel to Hulk. So what? It's supposed to be a sequel to the MCU, which entitles all of those films. And it was good to see the leader in there. I loved how he was manipulating everything. I thought Harrison Ford was great. And I'm going to say Marvel is on top for always having a way to say when they change an actor for a role. When Harrison Ford said they said shave the mustache or I lose the election, I said y'all are just too damn cute. Y'all are just too damn cute. All right, but no, I gave it a solid 8 out of 10.
Okay, so Marvel films, as we all know, because we embrace and love this particular genre, Marvel films recently have not done a very good job in terms of giving us a complete film. Most of their films have an agenda of pushing a larger narrative along. Right. I want to ask you, Uncle Percy, as a standalone film, do you think this movie stood on its own merits?
Yes, it did. And I was going to talk about that in my segment at the end. That's what I'm trying to be a little quiet about. Some of the questions that you're asking.
Okay, well, fuck me. All right, so Rod, how do you feel about Brave New World as a standalone film as opposed to just a movie that's pushing forward a larger agenda?
I think when you deal with books that deal with comic book properties, you have to walk a fine line with doing that, especially if you're going to have connected worlds, which all of the MCU is connected. So you're going to have to be able to tell a complete story within your film while still referencing other things or other places that have happened. And I think that, people are talking about this was kind of like a backdoor sequel to the Hulk film. And like Mike was saying before, everything's connected. So if people hadn't seen that Hulk film, they kind of get an idea of what happened in it for some of the things they've been saying.
Which Hulk now? Which Hulk film?
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, Incredible Hulk. Yeah. Incredible Hulk.
Make it clear, because
yeah,
they watched that first one like, what the hell?
Right. Yeah. The Ang Lee one, I don't even count, to be honest with you.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah. It was bad, bro. I'm not even counting that, but I'm talking about Incredible Hulk. So when you do that, I think you kind of, again, and Marvel for the most part does a really good job with this, in that they kind of walk that tightrope between totally separate from everything, and then you have something so it doesn't seem like it's just a vehicle to get to the next plot point, or the next point on the storyline, the grand storyline. So they gave you quite a bit in this film. Originally, it was supposed to be Serpent Society that was supposed to be the main villain, and like we were talking about before, they had a whole lot of major rewrites and whatnot, but the Serpent Society still was in there. Particularly, shout out to Giancarlo Esposito as Sidewinder.
He did his thing.
He does his thing in almost everything he's in. So I haven't seen him, and the way he delivers the lines is just enough menace, but it's still, you can see him as being. It's like you almost see him as like your college professor. That's getting ready to tell you he's gonna fail you if you don't do what you need to do.
Right.
But,
no,
he's dead serious.
Yeah. He definitely ate with this, if I could use the nomenclature of the younger generation. He definitely ate.
But fun fact, I believe WWE wrestler Seth Rollins was supposed to play that part.
Yeah.
And they switched him out.
Well,
so
like
now,
you said, there was a whole Serpent Society subplot that was axed for whatever reason.
But now I can't get out of my head Seth Rollins delivering those lines.
Right. Definitely. So,
it's wild to me.
So, Uncle Mike, my question to you is that a lot of times, and for me in particular, I hate when there are so many villains in a superhero movie. It's just like, okay, now you're just trying to overfill and overstuff everything. Because we had Sidewinder, we had Red Hulk, we had
the leader.
The leader, right? Damn, who was such a leader, I damn near forgot him. Do you think that? And part of my reason for not giving this film a higher grade is because it seemed kind of scattershot in spaces. What do you, as a comic creator, what do you think about maybe having too many villains in terms of plot development and character development? How does that fit in to a particular story?
Well, I might have a little bit of bias in here because I love any interaction or integration that the MCU gives me because I am all about the connected universe. We all grew up watching, Batman and Superman and, X-Men and Spider-Man, and we're sitting here watching Spider-Man. I'm like, there are 30 superheroes down the street. Why is no one helping people? This is a calamity.
No, it's true. It's true.
The FF should be here. Daredevil should be here. Blade, somebody should be like, dang, Peter, you're getting your ass kicked. Let me help you, brother, because this is bad.
Right.
But and that's cool. I feel like there was a time for that, and so I may have bias with this because I feel like when the MCU puts out something, I am expecting to see characters. I'm expecting to see more characters. I'm expecting to see. I call them soft crossovers. When some of these characters get featured like that, and there are times when you're like, oh shoot, there are a lot. Like for me, the only time that really like alerted me as being a lot of supervillains in the movie was Spider-Man 3. But I did not mind it here because we've got to put Sam through the ringer. We got to put him through it because if this man is going to be putting together the Avengers team and he's going to be leading them, He has to prove that he has the fortitude, the cunningness, the leadership, and the strength to be the Avengers leader. And he showcased all that. So you had to give him a gamut of supervillains to toss at him. So because now he's about to go start picking the team and who is going to be, and it's going to be like, well, why would I follow you? Well, because Steve picked me. Number 1. Number 2, I fought a Hulk. Number 3, I stopped a revolution. Number 4, I look good in this. So
you have to, you have to believe that he can give or Captain Marvel, the Black Panther, people like that. So it makes sense.
It's always going to be good until it's written bad. So until they completely see. And for me, I don't think Marvel, like, I think anything that the MCU has done is better than everything else that everyone else has done as far as comic movies concerned, with the exception of a movie like Logan. I'm a fan of Man of Steel. I don't want to argue with nobody. I like Wonder Woman, but I know there's still MCU movies that are on the bottom of the MCU tier as far as what they do, and I know some films for people haven't delivered or anything the way that they used to, but I digress and also say we are rebuilding the roster. Number 1, we're rebuilding the roster of superheroes for them and supervillains for things they're going to face. Number 2, we've got to showcase that this is now normal. Superpowered people existing in the city, in the world, just walking down the street, this is normal stuff now. That's what Phase 4 was really about, establishing who the new characters are and normalizing what superhero theatrics and villainy is in the world now. It's just a regular day in the office now. Now we're back at Phase 5, and it's like, all right, now it's time to dig in and focus on our plot points and get us to Avengers 5 and 6.
Well, if that's the case, then don't you think they kind of failed on that part in Phase 4? I mean, this movie really did. I think the underlying tone of the movie was, there are heroes around. Period. There's still heroes around, and it's just, here's this one guy. In fact, he said it. In fact, this is a follow-up from the show where he sat there in front of those senators and told them, "Hey, I'm just an ordinary black guy. That Cap gave me the shield to be the new Captain America. I don't have superpowers." So I think that's kind of what like you just said, Mike, this is kind of the beginning of, to let people know not only there's what do you want to say, mutants or whatever, but there's actually the average Joe out there trying to be a hero. I mean, you got between him and Lord, I wish now they think about bringing back War Machine, but we'll talk about that later. But things like that. But the one thing I'm about to change gears now. But the one thing I hate about the movie, and it's not really the movie, it's Disney. What I hate about Disney, and I'm saying Disney because I think it's not Marvel, it's Disney that's fucking this shit up. It is the timing of the movie. It's the timing of the shows. Because this movie kind of brings everything up front, but it would have came out like, for example, if the movie came out maybe 6 months to a year after Falcon Winter Soldier, bring that in, bringing the Thunderbolts. It's like they're behind, and they're trying, and it's kind of, with
I can see that
with the Inhumans. I'm not the Inhumans, but the what's that Jolie? What's that movie?
Eternals.
Eternals.
Yeah, I mean things like that, because now people are scratching here like, why is this so-called creatures coming out and stuff like that, and you haven't watched the movie. It's been so long, and I just think, me personally, if they just timed it right, first of all, they'd be making a lot more money, and number 2, I think you get more involved in watching these movies. That's just the way I'm thinking about it. Like for example, why would you bring out Nick Fury's show talking about Skrulls, and we haven't got to that point yet with the Fantastic Four? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like it's talking. Go ahead.
That's a good point, Percy. 2 factors with this. Number 1, I think that COVID and the writer's strike screwed them up a whole lot. They had things like lined up, ready to go, and because
that's what I was going to say.
Strike, because the actor strike and COVID and whatever other delays, that messed them up. Number two, and this is even more important, a lot of these properties sucked. And Secret Wars, just as a TV show, was so bad that they were like, okay, I think that they at that point they were looking more along the lines of quantity over quality. Now
I think Secret Invasion should have been animated.
Animated and pushed back. They had too much stuff going on.
I think they should have pushed it back, let the Fantastic Four come out, make that, the whole, because that's their main character, Scrolls. That's why I'm like, in Miss Marvel, that's why I'm like, it's the timing of everything to me.
No, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Real quick, and I wanted to address this before we get too deep into what Percy was talking about. I wanted to ask you all about the ending and how you felt about the ending, because for me, the conclusion of the world with Captain America facing Red Hulk and the fact that Sam, and he made it plain and simple, as you all pointed out before, Sam earlier had said, I am a normal human being.
Yes.
I'm not, and he even said at one point, man, I should have taken the damn super soldier serum. So I could be,
after he got the pep talk from Bucky.
Right. Which was a cameo that I needed. If they didn't have a Bucky cameo in this, I'd have been mad as hell.
Yeah.
I'd have been like Uncle Mike, where's Bucky, damn it? But I think that his resolution for his battle with the Hulk was pitch perfect for me for this film. I think that the way he came into it and the way he basically was like, you know what, I can't beat him physically. I'm going to have to talk him down. I think that was, a lot of times Marvel doesn't stick the landing for me. And I think with that, they stuck the landing.
Well, I absolutely agree. And it also showcases that Sam is going to be a leader who talks first before action. And to back it up just a tad bit, Sam's also a very good symbol for the people that a regular man is out here fighting with all these gods and aliens and hanging on, and he's the leader. So that gives hope to the city, to the community, and things like that, that we still out here, we can still do our stuff. So like that issue that Lex Luthor has with Superman, that's not a situation here because Sam's Captain America and he's the leader of Avengers. And like 100%. Sam's a talker. They build up, and this is why I enjoy the MCU, because they have so much content now. They have so much lore. We met Sam as a person who talks to military people. Yep. He's a counselor. He helps them through their problems. He knew he had to get him to that spot. He knew he was going to have to tango for a bit, but finally he just said, all right, like you said, I can't beat this dude physically. Let's talk. And I think that was a really, really good ending. Like, I think that's one of the things the movie does best. It establishes Sam as that he is here to eat at this table.
But who else used to calm down the Hulk? What's the only character the Hulk respect the whole entire movie? Any of the Avengers movies? One character.
Black Widow.
No. Green Hulk.
No. Captain America.
Black Widow.
No. Captain America. You want to know why? Because Captain America is the only character that called him when he turned Hulk. He never called him Bruce.
That's a point.
That's
That's a very valid point. You are absolutely right in that regard. Because that's why Hulk followed his directives. That's why Hulk listens to him, because he calls him Hulk and not Ben.
He calls him Hulk. He realized that
you're making valid points. You better go ahead, man.
Two different people. Yeah.
I'm just curious if Percy slapped somebody at the theater. I'm just wondering what's going on.
What?
Oh, with his hand.
Man, listen.
I'm just getting.
I just figured you was at the theater and somebody said some shit and he was like, No.
One thing I do want to say real quick though is that, I always felt like, and Mike makes a good point, that Sam is like the every person, and that shows it. Everyone shows it. He shows everyone that you can be a hero, right? But the logical side of me looks at this and says, okay, you've got a suit with Wakandan technology. We got that. It's loaded with vibranium. Like, you got all vibranium all the time. that really wasn't enough to really go up against a Hulk. So you had to talk him down. My thing has always been, if you could get a dose of the serum, you probably should take it because you're going to be dealing with people who aren't as forgiving, who don't care, and you're going to be put in situations where your stamina, your endurance, and everything is going to be tested, right? So and you're going to be able to need to heal really quickly, and the serum does that. Now, the drawback to that is he didn't get the exact Steve Rogers treatment. Like, he didn't get the Erskine 5000. You know what I'm saying? He got something else, and so which is more synthetic. So there's more chances of it not working correctly or totally the way Steve's dose worked, right? So, as you could tell with John Walker, U.S. agent, it made him more aggressive and more out of control. Yeah. So, and like with the Flag Smashers and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they were a little homicidal as well. Like, had little rage spikes and whatnot. So in that respect, I can see why he wouldn't take it. But at the same time, knowing the threats that he's going to have to deal with, I think it would have helped. But now, of course, he's going to overcome it without it. So that's going to make him look even better.
But you're also forgetting one point, because I love the fact that you are remembering these things and pointing them out. Again, I love the Lord. But the doctor with the original serum said the serum brings out who you truly are.
Right. Who you are.
Which is why he picked Steve. And all these other people that have gotten the serum after that have been a bunch of assholes.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Right. But I was going to argue.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to argue for the Iron Man, aspect of it. You know what I mean? No superpowers. I mean, brilliant, genius, but I mean, there's still a man underneath the suit.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So
now, when Tony gets in that suit, but when Tony gets in that suit, he also has access to like other weapons that are orbiting the planet. Like they've only shown that a couple of times, but it's not just him with there. In Age of Ultron, he had the Iron Legion.
Yeah, but giving Captain America, giving Sam access to better weaponry, to stuff like that, can make him better. As far as more lethal,
Yeah, that's true.
But at this stage of the game, I think Sam takes pride in the fact that he is one of the few humans that goes toe to toe with all these superpowered individuals.
True.
And he, like we've discussed, he has proven himself to be a leader.
But when that terrorist power bombed him through a table and broke his rib early in the fight.
I love that part because my man said, like, no, let's go.
Yeah, he was like, I heard a rib go. Right, he was like, yeah. I'm like, bro, this early in the fight, you dealing with having to breathe, crack ribs.
Right. You out here trying your best and other people just, flicking the wrist and they knocking people over. How do we feel about Joaquin as the Falcon?
Flawlessly perfect.
I thought he did a good job. I like the character.
Yeah.
I think I think people missed this point. I'm sure no one on this show did though. They made Sam his hero.
Right.
All these kids grow up wanting to be Captain America, wanting to be Captain Marvel, the Steve Rogers version or whatever. But this kid said, I wanted to be Falcon. Yeah. Having someone that's black and brown say that they wanted to be a black and brown hero. Like this. When
Even
people are arguing on the internet, I'm like, how are you missing these little tidbits?
Right.
Marvel, like, why?
Because they're not comic book people, bro. They're not comic book people.
It angers me because that was perfect. He had the one tear come down his face, and it proves Sam's resolve about why he's so damn good, and how this kid is going to have to be just as good. Right. Like, they did so much in this movie to establish it, man. That's why I gave it an 8. They did their damn thing, man. Shit.
Well, there are times when I'm just like, does Marvel understand that they really made a black movie? Like they made a movie for us.
The director was black, so I think
was black.
So I'm just like, wow. Did you? And of course they had to release it in Black History Month. But
yeah.
I was just like, do they understand? Do people and that's where the rage comes from. I truly believe, because having the lead be black and have the secondary character be brown, and have most of these characters of consequence, Isaiah Bradley, his character, being someone who is unjustly imprisoned,
Carl
and then
Lumbly
having
did
to
his
go
thing with that
back,
role.
and oh yeah, he did, and then having to go back because he's unjustly imprisoned again, and it's just like when he was arrested, when they caught him after his assassination attempt, and he was just like, "Hey man, don't mess up my suit," and that suit symbolizing, about his, but that suit had a special
freedom
place in his heart for him. I was just like, "Hey, get off that old man!"
Listen, you can see the look on his face. He was like, "I can't go back in there." Like
right.
I was scared for him. I was like, "What is this dude gonna do when he gets in there?"
But that's also so. Again, this is also so good for the narrative and character building and the lore. That look at this strong black man who has this serum in him, who has faced so many different things and came out on top, still having his life. And then, you find a way to make a character strong like that, but then you find something that they fear. And my man had the look of, he was pale.
Right.
When the notion came in and he would go back into the jail.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, I don't think Marvel realized they made a black movie. I don't think they did, because like they released it. Like, I think Black Panther's fine because it says Black Panther. But right. Now we're talking about Captain America, and I just don't think the executives realized that, because there was a scene in Cap and Winter Soldier where the kid's like, Black Falcon. He's like, Falcon. It's just Falcon.
Yeah.
And the kid's like, nah. My dad said it's Black Falcon. He's like, all right, are you Black Kid? And I was like, it's so simple. But they put those them little teardrops in there, man, and it's great.
I think that because of such a reaction from us, that's why we enjoyed this film. I would be remiss if I did not ask. All the little nods to us as a culture, that's why we enjoyed it. But as a straight up superhero film, how do we look at this? I take away all the
cultural touchstones.
Yeah. Take away all the nods to us. How are we looking at this film?
I don't think you can do that, because why do we like Blade?
Right.
Blade is a dope superhero movie, but has so many nods to our culture. His swagger, his attitude, the way he carries himself, it's a part of the film. So it's like, if you capture that's what. So backing up, but that's another part of Phase 4 is showcasing diversity and like really showing it, and not the hit you over the head with it, but the experience of it. Like, we rock with Sam because of his experiences, and we see where he's coming from when he's arguing with his sister, when he's trying to fight to get back, he does when he's trying to fight to get the boat back, or you get the money for his family, or his circumstance as being Captain America and being a black man. Like, where does his loyalties lie? And and seeing him in these situations, it's a callback to things that we've experienced, things that we've seen. So I don't know if that's a fair judgment, because like, if we go back to the GOAT, we love Blade for all those reasons too, and it's a dope movie.
Yeah, no,
I don't think people realize how much Wesley Snipes actually brought to that character.
Oh yeah,
I've always said it. I always include it in the MCU, because even though they say it's not part of it, I never cared about that.
The character in the comics is nothing. The character in the comics is almost nothing like Wesley Snipes in that film.
Right.
Right.
It absolutely is a part of it. All the MCU, all the Marvel movies are a part of the MCU. I just put all the trash ones in the bottom bin because they still suck, but they're a part of it.
Right. T.O. said a scene in the hospital. When Torres in the hospital?
Yeah, probably. I think
Torres in the hospital. They were talking. He was saying he was a hero.
Okay, got you. Yep.
Yeah. So
Well, real quick, let me just say.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm not pushing back on what Uncle Mike is saying, but I'm adding to it to say that it's kind of like, having Popeyes without the spicy. You know what I'm saying? Having black eyed peas without the ham hock. I mean, the black culture, is part of the recipe. I mean, why take it away? You know, if you take away all that shit, all you get is Iron Fist.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I can't argue with that.
God damn. You know what? I didn't know exactly where you were going, but damn it, you stuck the landing with that, brother.
That's a good point.
You did.
That's a very
that
good
was
point.
fantastic. As you take a smoke with your cigar, you better go ahead.
I think I deserved it.
Hey, you did, Redbone. You did the right thing.
What'd you say, Percy?
You was talking about the end credit.
You talking about the stinger?
Yeah. Which one? There was two, right? Yeah.
Just only one.
Where he said there's the whole battle stuff.
Oh yeah.
So who do we think is coming?
I think that's an allusion to Secret Wars. That's an allusion to Battle World and incursions.
Absolutely. That is exactly what we're talking about. I know a lot of people were disappointed with that ending, and I tell them to kick rocks and stub your toe. Because man, you don't realize what is coming and what is about to happen.
Right. But Mike, again, those people who don't read comics, like if somebody was just watching MCU films, they would be so lost with a lot of stuff. Like the stuff that we talk about, that we pick up on, they wouldn't pick up on it, and they would just be kind of confused. So I could see where they would be, like kind of put off by that. But at the same time, if you're watching these films, you need to have a friend that read the comics. Man, you need to find somebody.
It's like you read my mind. I was about to say they better phone a friend, because I was in the movie with my wife and my kids, and when that scene came on, I stood up and started clapping, and they was like, "What is it, Dad?" I was like, "They about to go to war. They about to go to war. Incursions are about to happen. Dr. Doom is coming, and he's gonna rip fucking Thanos' spine out, and he's gonna make a world that's gonna be battle world. That's what he's talking about."
God, Emperor Doom.
Wait. While the wife is going, it's okay. Talking to the people next door, it's okay.
Right.
He gets a little.
Okay, so since we're here, and I gotta ask, and we have Captain America, we have Sam Wilson, Captain America, trying to reform the Avengers. Out of the current lineup of all the heroes that are out there right now, who, if you are Sam Wilson, who are you going to go grab?
The first person?
I have to say,
one of the first people I'm grabbing is Shuri.
Okay. Because she's black.
No, because of the technological advancement.
No,
I'm absolutely grabbing Miss Marvel. I'm absolutely grabbing her. Forget the Young Avengers. That girl is my heart. I love her. She's one of the best characters that they've introduced. She has this thing going as an actress where she is a believable teenager. My biggest pet peeve in watching movies and stuff is I never believe in the teenagers, because Hollywood just used the simple excuse that teenagers are stupid, so you have them do stupid stuff. No. Some teenagers actually listen to their parents.
Correct.
Some teenagers actually are not drinking and smoking and doing drugs. There are teenagers out here trying to live their life and then doing dumb regular things. So show me that. She does that. She's a very believable teenager.
Okay. Not only that, I'm agreeing with you because she's also very solid with her family. In that movie, with the way the family and her in that relationship, that was just amazing.
Okay, so we've got Captain America, Miss Marvel, Black Panther, and who's the other?
Sure, he said sure.
Black Panther.
Yeah, so that's all we got.
Shuri is Black Panther right now. Shuri is Black Panther.
She's the current Panther now.
So is there no room for She-Hulk?
There absolutely is room for She-Hulk.
Yeah. You need somebody like that.
Yeah, whether you dislike her show or not, she's a Hulk. She's a damn Hulk.
Absolutely.
Right.
What about?
And in that respect, you need to get Wiccan.
Oh, you need Wiccan.
Because you need somebody to deal with magic.
Wiccan's the problem.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all saw that whole ad show.
Y'all basically said, "Fuck Young Avengers. We grabbing everybody."
Oh yeah. I don't need them. Don't need them.
I would love to have Young Avengers, but I don't know if they're gonna be. Well, I guess they're gonna try it. They're gonna find a way to get an Avengers team without Young Avengers.
I thought in the comic books it was Falcon. He bought the Falcon. It was Sam with Captain America. Wasn't it Ant-Man? Ant-Man was part of the new Avengers, right?
In the comics, when Sam Wilson when Sam Wilson led the Avengers.
Yeah.
It was him as Captain America. It was Thor, Miss Marvel, Black Panther, Iron Man, and I'm thinking I'm missing somebody.
Wait, can I ask you a stupid question? So if it was Iron Man in the comics, does that mean that the Endgame was never like canon in the comics?
It was a whole different.
Yeah, it's a whole different set of events that happened with Thanos in that gauntlet in the comics.
Okay.
Yeah, in the comics, it was actually a miniseries called the Infinity Gauntlet, where he kind of did all the things he did in the movies, except his daughter kind of did him in. His daughter was named his daughter Nebula, and Nebula's a lot different in the comic than in the film.
Okay.
So, but that brings up a good point. We don't have Iron Man. Do you bring in Ironheart?
You could bring in Ironheart, or you could bring in Tony Stark from another timeline.
I'm taking War Machine.
Yeah.
Wow. Wait a minute. Does that tie? Okay, so then, if you take War Machine, does that tie into Secret Invasion?
It depends, like when it takes place. Like I'm assuming it takes place after the Secret Invasion, which means this is the actual Rhodey and not a Skrull.
Yeah.
And we got to deal with all that.
Actual Rhodey back. So I definitely want Rhodey on my team because your man, his War Machine armor gets bigger every time we see him. And the threats that we are facing, we need somebody with artillery and that can fly. Like when he told, "Hey Sam, get back before I send your wings," and he blew up the whole damn tricorder of 6 miles of bombs. Just ridiculous.
He carpet bombed that whole area.
And he's more experienced fighter, military guy.
Can he walk?
Yeah.
Well, in the armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a harness.
He got the special legs though, right? He's got the
braces.
He got
the
braces.
He's got the braces, right?
I believe I found about Captain America, Sam Wilson's Avengers. He had Scarlet Witch, Medusa, Winter Soldier, Valkyrie, Superior Iron Man, Deathlock, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, and I don't know who this red dude is with the fire. It ain't Human Torch.
But that okay. So there's been a rotation then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay. Forgive me for stating the obvious. Spider-Man.
I was going to bring it up when y'all were talking about teenagers because Tom Holland really played a pretty good teenager.
He
does, and he was the best until Miss Marvel came.
Right. Okay.
I'm at the point where I don't want Spider-Man on the Avengers now, unless it's obviously we put him in the Avengers movies for those big crossovers. But as a regular part of the team, I don't want him I don't want him to be a
right. Okay.
I'm just thinking. I thought in the Secret War, Spider-Man was kind of like he wasn't he
in the original Secret Wars.
Yeah,
he was a big part of it.
He was part of it, but he wasn't part of Avengers. He was part of it.
No,
I've always felt like Spider-Man went his own way, like even in the comics, even back in the day.
Right.
So okay, we're mixing milk here, right? So we understand that the comics are a whole different thing, and for obvious reasons, the films veer towards in a different direction. Right. So for me, and this is our definitive list, okay? Definitive, not official list. I'm looking at 7 people being on an Avengers roster.
Okay.
Okay.
7's a good number.
We're saying Sam Wilson is our number 1.
Right?
Yep. He's the leader.
So when I look at superhero teams, I look at, of course, you have the leader. Then you have someone with a power set of some kind. Of course, someone who can fly. Of course, you need a heavy hitter who's your super strength person. Technology and maybe sorcery, right? Just to give you a well-rounded team.
Yeah.
So if we start with Sam, who are we looking at in terms of our definitive? Because we named a lot of people.
We did
in our definitive list.
In terms of technology, like I said before, you get Shuri.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say Shuri, and you got to have Ironheart. I mean, this is a brilliant kid. She's taking on the Iron Man mantle. You know,
Okay.
like as far as being a genius. I mean, she was step for step with
Okay.
with Stark.
We're at 3, and we're really young right now.
He needs She-Hulk.
Oh, we need our girl. I keep forgetting her name. Photon.
Photon. Yes.
Hey.
Photon.
Monica Rambeau.
Monica Rambeau.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta have Mother Uckin.
Give me 2 more.
Mike said Shang-Chi.
Oh, damn. Actually,
hey,
Yeah.
you gotta have a brawler that's got hands, and your boy can work.
Man, he got hands.
That's
He got hands. Yeah.
So we've got everything pretty much, right? We've covered.
You haven't covered magic yet.
Magic.
I would say Moon Knight.
For magic?
Ooh.
Mhm.
Ooh.
He's like a magic nullifier. He's an assassin.
Yeah, but he got issues.
He's too unstable.
Hey, you
Man, listen, thank you. He got way too many issues.
That's why he didn't work that's why he didn't work on a team in the comics. He's way too unstable.
But
He's not a team player.
If you're talking about, well, for the longest, Spider-Man was never considered really a team player.
But he wasn't crazy.
And he wasn't. Yeah,
But he wasn't crazy.
personalities and shit.
So you wouldn't put Strange? Just
Doctor Strange?
Strange is gone. Strange is
Yeah,
with
Strange is.
Clea.
Strange is
He's in
gone.
the dark dimension with Clea.
Oh, at the end, he
Yeah.
went off with
Yeah.
Clea to stop the incursion, which is going to happen anyway.
That's right.
Okay. Well, wow.
Wait. Mario. We didn't mention, but Mario asked about Thor.
I would love to have Thor on the team. I don't know what they're doing. They're making another Thor film. Why?
Thor?
I don't know, but they're making another. Actually, I do know.
Right
Because
now,
That's the question. Where is Thor?
Thor's kicking it with his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just in the cosmos,
Yep.
living and punching people
Okay. And drinking beer.
and drinking beer.
Okay, cool. Well,
I'm so upset they didn't introduce Beta Ray Bill in that last film.
Oh man.
But that's a whole nother story.
But that last Thor film, Love and Thunder, was trash. But that's a story for another day. So you know what? Normally I would say it'd be time for a break, but what the hell? We're rolling right now. I'm enjoying myself, and I think Uncle Mike has added a little something spicy to this conversation.
Well, let me throw something out there real quick.
Come on.
All right. So we haven't talked about it in a little while, but there are video games to be played.
Okay.
So to answer my boy Uncle Rod, so what happened was last week my thirst came to be quenched with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh, okay.
It's by a small independent company called Warhorse, right?
I saw the commercial.
And man, listen, the thing is that when we were thirsty for some AAA games and it was really nothing out there and everything was on hold and COVID this and and all of this and the Skyrim's been pushed back and this has been pushed back and that's been pushed back. Kingdom Come came out. And it's this medieval game, this RPG experience, but it's based on real history, over in, what is it? It's based like the old school, Eastern Europe or whatever,
Medieval Europe, yeah.
Medieval times.
Europe, right. But it's an actual, like, there are characters in this that are actual characters from
historical characters,
you know.
really? Okay.
Historical characters. So this is, but the combat on this, like literally you start off in the first one as the son of a blacksmith, and you go into town because your father says, hey, I need you to go into town and get the money or get the tools that I gave this dude that I, loaned this dude. And he's drunk, and you like ask him about the tools, and he comes with hands, and you got to come back with hands, and immediately it shows you where your level is as far as beginner, novice, whatever, and it's tough.
Okay, So the introductory part of the game kind of sets the level for you.
Man, it's beautiful because you get your ass whooped. Okay. I got my ass whooped, and I'm a gamer. And I get my ass whooped. So anyway, you go through this, and you build up your skills, and you gotta concentrate it. And exactly, Mario. I want my daddy's sword. That's the plot. Without giving away the plot, basically is I want my daddy's sword back. And so the Kingdom Come 1 ends on a cliffhanger, and Kingdom Come 2 picks right up at that very moment. And you go into this. So Kingdom Come 2 is definitely a winner, but I would definitely start with 1 so you can go into 2 knowing what the hell you're doing. But you can do 2 without knowing anything because it's just as good. What happened after that is Avowed came out, and you were talking about Avowed, and man, it's beautiful. I mean, graphically, it's got a great, open world type flavor to it. But right now, I'm just getting into the beginning of it, and it's, same type of, first person. Do you want to use magic? You want to be a fighter? You want to be a mage? You want to be, ranger?
So you can pretty much build your own.
You can build your own and that type of thing. But the thing is, the trick to this is Avowed has this god. You're a godlike, like literally it shows at the beginning. Like there's some, Mary and Joseph type shit going on, and okay. So there's a god out there somewhere.
You're a demigod.
It's something like that, yeah. Like you don't know exactly which god got with your mama, but it happened, and I guess that's part of the story. But anyway, aside from that, yeah. But aside from that, Civilization 7 is out. I'm a big time Sid Meier fan, but so far what I played is I'm not impressed. But it's Civilization 7, and I got to give it another chance. But I put it on the back burner for a moment because I'm like, I hate to say that about a Civilization game, but
yeah, usually those people are like on that from the beginning, and they can't stop
from the jump. Yeah, right. I mean, the whole premise of the whole catchphrase of Civilization is one more turn, and then it's like 7 hours later.
Yeah.
And so that's why I gotta give it some chance, give it some time. But right now, I'm literally like flipping back and forth between Kingdom Come 2 and Avowed.
When I was playing World of Warcraft, it was like that. Let's try this raid one more time.
Right.
We all get our ass kicked and look at the clock, and it's like 3:30 in the morning. Oh wow!
Exactly.
I gotta go to work.
Yeah. So actually, is it good? You know what? I'm liking it. I will say one thing. I saw a post from a guy who said that because you bought the premium, you got early access to it, and he's like, "Yeah, I finished it on Monday. I'm gonna go back." So if that's the case, that's probably why they're saying it's bad because I mean the game just came out. So maybe dude didn't do any side quests whatsoever, didn't get into anything. But I mean, if an RPG comes out, it's supposed to be open world, and you're done with it in less than 7 days, there's a problem with that game. So we'll see.
Well, like you said,
these gamers today don't do. Some of these gamers today ain't got nothing else to do but sit and play a video game for 75 hours straight. Like they will just go ahead and do it. So
you're talking to one of them, but I'm just saying, if dude was like, "Yeah, I finished it Monday," it's like, really? Okay, all right.
That was me in college, where I could set my schedule where I didn't have anything to do for 2 days out of the week. Like no classes on Tuesday and Thursday.
I'm kind of glad that I don't play these games because I've been off all week, and I could just imagine my black ass sitting in front of a gaming system just glued and unable to move. And
well, honestly enough, it might make you less grumpy, motherfucker. Maybe you should play a game.
You know what? Good, because I prefer to stay this way. So as I look at the clock, it's almost time to say goodbye. Once again, Uncle Mike, Thank you for coming on. It's always a spirited and enjoyable conversation.
Good to see you, bro.
Please, Uncle Mike, tell us what you're working on. What you got?
Yeah, I was gonna say, where can we find you too?
It is always a pleasure to come on here. The conversation and vigor is always good with you all. I love it. Currently working on. We're launching a new Kickstarter here at the end of the month for Emerald Quest. We just got issues 1 through 3 completely redrawn by Self the Moose. We also have the brand new chapter issue 4 done. And we're going to be releasing it in a manga style of volume 1 and volume 2, and also a regular issue 4 for those of you that already got issues 1 through 3. I just finished the trailer for that literally today, so we'll be launching here at the end of the week. So go to fskgo.com. That's the follow me page, and be there for the live launch. We got a brand new FS jacket for featuring Emerald Quest characters. We got a book bag. We got some tumblers. Some really good merch, and a lot of good comic book work on there. And you can find me on all social media as Most Epic Art across all social media.
And also, you have your own podcast, sir.
Yes, I do. You can catch me at the Digital Drawing Table on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, a little show called Chat and Draw. We are 354 episodes in. I interview other creators while drawing their characters. Nice.
And I just saw a show that you did with a Power Ranger, and I was like, "Ooh!"
Yes, that was a very, very fun episode, Karen Ashley.
Yes, absolutely. So, Uncle DJay, what you got for us, real quick, before Mel starts playing this damn music?
I was going to ask Uncle Mike. So, when you get to 365, are you going to do a special year episode?
I was saving it for 400. We're going to launch a Kickstarter that's going to collect all 400 pieces of artwork in a hard.
Oh wow! Okay,
that's dope. Uncle Percy, what you got for us?
Well, I thought I had a segment tonight, but nothing.
Come on, man.
You know what? Oh my word! It went somewhere else, Percy. But we got one more week for Black History, and your segment's going to be there first next week, Uncle Percy.
It better, because he got one good hand.
I want him slapping the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Auntie Nicole, what you got for
us? Nothing much, but It Return to Derry will be coming out this year. They haven't given an exact release date, but it'll be coming out on HBO, and I will be front and center watching it.
Wait, what happened to Hydro Betty?
Hydro Betty is taking a hydro break for a little bit, but we'll...
Uncle Rob, what you got for us?
Oh man, the latest episode of Solo Leveling came out on Crunchyroll last Saturday. Is anybody else watching this anime? Am I the only one?
Which one?
Solo Leveling.
Brother, I'm there every week. Me and my girls are watching it. Solo Leveling is peak.
Yes, it's awesome. I'm trying not to buy the book so I can read ahead, but I'm thinking that there's something sinister behind this dude being able to access all this stuff.
Oh, absolutely, there has to be.
You talking about Elon?
No, not that sinister guy.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Come on, man. We're not talking about really far-fetched stuff like a felon being president of the United States. That's way too far out of line.
The shit we're going through right now, I don't even think the most brilliant of mine could be writing that shit. Also, Invincible has started. Invincible is back.
It is
multiple episodes of the new season out.
A new season of Reacher is out on Amazon as well. And
if you're not watching Severance, you are missing something awesome.
Yeah, Reacher. First 3 episodes for this season are on Amazon as we speak.
Have y'all been watching Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And we got to talk about that too, because it was I just finished it and I was iffy about it, but the way it ended, I was just like, okay, this is.
Hey, we got to get Mike back on for that. We got to get Mike back on for that.
I would love to talk about that one because I think they did a lot of good things with that show. It's not perfect, but it definitely is good.
Yeah. So So for Cuzzin Amayou, we don't know where she is. Hopefully, she's somewhere doing what she does, and she's being Cuzzin Amayou. For super producer Mel, Uncle Rod, Auntie Nicole, Uncle Percy, Uncle DJay, and our special guest, Uncle Mike Watson. We thank you for watching, all 2 or 3 of you.
That boy good. Damn, he good.
Please be sure to come back next week where we'll talk about more shit. Night.
Peace, y'all.